Welcome to the Amber Shows. Happy Thursday to everyone. I hope everyone is doing great. My prayers go out to those that are in Mexico. There was a terrible 7.6 earthquake, and also my prayers go out to those in Puerto Rico, the terrible Hurricane Maria that went through, and I have so many Puerto Rican friends who have family there, and my prayers go out to all of you, and I hope that you are all safe. This is a real bad time for our world with hurricanes, tsunamis, earthquakes, and this is all due to one thing, which is climate change. And climate change is what is global warming, and because of it, with the way we have disrespected the earth, now all these things are happening. Where it's still warm in places where it should be cold. It's getting warmer. The polar bears are having a hard time living. It's just bad everywhere. So number 45, I don't say his name. That man that's in the office at the White House. I don't say his name. I call him number 45 because he's the 45th. You know what? So he says that climate change and global warming is a hoax that scientists have made up. And it seemed like he would, be smart enough to realize even for himself. He had a home in Florida, Mar-a-Lago, that I heard that was barely touched because they have, the money for all types of things that they had to surround his property for safety. But it's terrible. This global warming is really, really tearing up the world. Storms in places killing people and animals. It's really tragic. Even in Texas, my prayers go out to those people in Texas, and also Katrina, Louisiana, and then we had in New York, also, especially down at Staten Island. So, also Shana Tova, to all of my Jewish sisters and brothers. That means Happy New Year. It's a Happy New Year for Jews. And it's so funny because I practice Islam, and I have people, I know people who are Christians who, that's what they say, Christians, but because they call themselves Christians doesn't mean that you're actual Christian. But anyway, a Christian could be a Catholic, a Baptist, a Presbyterian. They all, they lump that part together. So the Christians that I know, if I don't, I think they think because I'm a black Muslim that they can just say, feel like I'm not as good as themselves as a Christian. And it doesn't go like that. I mean, you wouldn't say that to a Jewish friend of yours, a white Jewish friend, because, the original Jew is Hebrew. So, again, Shana Tova and Happy New Year. Just wanted to give you a little, information, knowledge. Fewer pregnancies and more fetal deaths are happening in Flint, Michigan because of high levels of lead in their drinking water. The fertility rates have decreased by 12% among Flint women, and fetal deaths have increased by 58% after April 2014. And this has all happened in an effort to save money, and they have destroyed these people. They're actually paying water bills right now, and their water is still no good. And this is a predominantly black city, a brown city, so that nobody cares. Sex. 1 in 2 people every single day who have sex will get an STD. Nowadays, STDs are very, very high. Some have to be treated really dramatically, and some cannot be treated. You have to live with it. So it's really important that you're not running around just having sex with people. I mean, even if you wear a condom, those that have the HPV virus, you can still transmit that to a person who has condom. It's actually skin-to-skin touching as well, where it can be transmitted, and you will never get rid of it. It never goes away. The same with herpes. It never goes away. I mean, so you need to learn, have more respect for your bodies, male and female. Have more respect for your bodies and learn to use your mind rather than your body to act on impulses that can affect you for the rest of your life. Say yes to sex if you want to, but yes means test. So if you're going to be running around having a whole bunch of sex, then you need to find a clinic, go to a doctor. It's quick, it's painless. The clinics are free. It's your doctor with your insurance. It's cheap. And if you test positive, you can automatically just get treatment right away. Again, free at a clinic, or get antibiotics if it will take, if it will clear it with antibiotics. But so say yes to a test if you're going to be, opening your legs all the time, or either one, male or female. I'm talking to male and female. Okay, here's some cheaters. Larry Fishburne's wife. Larry Fishburne plays the grandfather on Blackish now. His wife, Gina Torres, was seen out tongue-kissing a man. And it wasn't Larry Fishburne, but reports are also saying that they have been separated for like a year now, but they hadn't publicized it, so she's doing her thing. Kevin Hart, I know Usher is so happy he got his herpes scandal. Nobody's talking about that now. We're talking about Kevin Hart. They're saying Kevin Hart was being extorted by someone for they wanted 7 figures, 8 figures for not releasing a tape, they said, of Kevin Hart cheating on his pregnant wife, Aniko, right now. And that's really sad, too, because you want to come out with things like that, and the girl is pregnant, and women, our emotions have, she could lose her baby over this silliness. But anyway, the person messed themselves up because this girl, or whoever put out this tape, called him and decided to extort him for millions of dollars, or they would put the tape out. He called the FBI. So now the FBI is involved. Now this Lisa Bloom, the attorney, she is so thirsty. I cannot stand her. She runs and grabs anybody that she thinks she could get any kind of little lawsuit about, or put these people in the public to shame other people. So she's got Lisa Bloom as her attorney, the girl who's in the sex tape with supposedly Kevin Hart. And the FBI is involved now. Anyway, Aniko is not leaving Kevin Hart. She'd be stupid to leave Kevin Hart over this stupidness. And I hope they go to jail, because you don't extort people. They take all these stars are just, I know there's so much pussy being thrown at all these men, and it's just hard for them to control themselves, but you need to protect yourself. You got all this money and you don't know how to get a girl to put a cell phone in, and you give it to you and put it in a lockbox until she get ready to leave, or you be on one floor, she be on another one. You don't let paparazzi see you. It's absolutely ridiculous. Learn to protect yourself. It's the same as these stars getting their houses broken into. Why are your houses being broken into? You should have all kind of security. And just like the stars who are being arrested for drunk driving. Why are you driving? You're filthy rich. Somebody could be driving for you. Okay, so also I want to talk about number 45 with North Korea. This is a really a dangerous situation that's happening. Now listen, a lot of us don't listen to the news and don't want to know what's going on in world news, but we need to follow this. This is really serious what's happening now, because we could go into real war because of number 45. He's so stupid. He's messing with Kim Jong-un, who is in North Korea. North Korea is now firing missiles, testing missiles to come over here to nuke the United States. And now it doesn't matter, because for the last 20 years, they have also been working on where they have nuclear missiles attached to submarines now. So you waiting around thinking somebody's coming through the air with a nuclear attack, and of course the United States could beat North Korea if that happened. But now they're gonna, blindside you, and they're coming in on submarines where they can go to any port. They can come to New York and nuke us, because a lot of people were saying they were only going to be able to be nuked from North Korea, would only be on the West Coast. But now they have submarines. Everybody, please listen to what's going on now. If somebody hits South Korea by mistake, now China automatically comes in, and China goes in, Russia goes in. This will be world war. So we got to, this is crazy. Keep up with the world news and know what's going on right now. Real Housewives of Atlanta, if you guys watch it, it's coming on next week. They promise lots and lots of drama. I can't wait to see it. Power was great. If you saw it go off, it was great. If you didn't see it, get it on demand. 50 Cent has a brand new show coming out September 27th, coming up on BET. Watch it. It's supposed to be hot. Empire's coming back next week. That's supposed to be hot. Please watch Issa Rae's show on Homebox. She's so good. It's an excellent program. It's called Insecure. Hip Hop Squares. My girl, my friend Lunel, the comedian, will be on, and that's a great, funny show to watch. And Survivor's Remorse. My girl, Tachina Arnold. Wonderful show. Please don't miss that also on Stars. Okay, so I want to talk about dementia real quick. A lot of people don't know the difference between dementia and Alzheimer's, and my mother died of Alzheimer's, and I'm caring for a person who has dementia, but it seems as though the one with the dementia is worse off than actually my mother's Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's actually comes from, at some point, you had some type of head injury or head infection, brain infection or something like that. They know that there's a cause for Alzheimer's. For dementia, there's actually no cause, but they both are basically the same as far as it's a disease, and it's a word used to describe brain cells not working properly. So Alzheimer's is the most common type of dementia. So you have dementia with vascular dementia, you have Parkinson's dementia, you have front lobal dementia, so there are different types. Now the signs are memory loss, difficulty performing familiar tasks, problems with language, disorientation to time and place, poor or decreased judgment, misplacing things, keeping track of things, not keeping track of things, change in your mood or your behavior, trouble with images, and withdrawal from work or social activities. What feels better to you, money or no money? For me, I'd say money. I think money doesn't solve all problems, but it will solve most of them for you. And Lipscomb University president, how dumb was he? He hosted a dinner for the black students and put cotton ball centerpieces on all of the tables, and he's been called out, and it's really a big scandal. If you have a gun, please, whether your gun is legal or illegal, it doesn't matter. If you have guns in your home and you have children that are coming over to your house, will be coming over to your house. When I say children, I'm talking about from toddler all the way till 18 years old, where you're hoping they're responsible from that point on. But if you have a gun, you need a lockbox in your house. You need the bullets out. You need it hid in a very high place. You need to have a lock put on your closet, if it's in your closet. On and on. Just think of some of these things that you should do. Because a 4-year-old girl in Florida yesterday, she was killed after looking in her grandmother's purse for some candy, and she pulled the trigger by mistake. That the grandmother had a gun in her purse and shot herself in the chest, and she's dead. Identity theft is really being called a new epidemic. More people between the ages of 30 and 50 years old are getting their identity theft, getting their identity stolen. And so don't post pictures of your airline or your travel package, your travel tickets on Instagram or online or on your Facebook accounts. Everything on that ticket relates back to who you are. And everything that's coded relates back to who you are and what that travel is all about. Okay, so be safe, everybody. Thank you for coming to the Amber Shows, and I'll get back to you real soon. Love you all. Have a great and wonderful day.